Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today I'm here with Monte, and Monte was one of our attendees at our spring grazing school. And anyway, he's got a really interesting story where he's from. I want to let him give a little background of what brought him to the school, his interest, and a little history about your farm, Monte.
All right, hi. Once again, I'm Monte. I am from Winfield, Louisiana, and my family has had the farm for about 5 generations, I believe. And I've always loved being out on the land and stuff. So now I just came up here to learn to see how Mr. Greg does it, so I can be better at the grazing, I should say. And yeah, it was a great grazing school, and I encourage anybody to come if you have the opportunity to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And so,
I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Monte, your background, your grandfather had the farm, is that correct? Or even before that?
Even before then, yeah. My great granddad, he was a real farmer. He had all kinds of things growing out there. Yeah. So,
and what's that town you're close to in Louisiana?
The closest town that most people might know about would maybe be Natchitoches or Alexandria.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were telling me down where you're at, you get like, is it 50 some inches of rain a year?
It averages 59 inches of rainfall, yeah.
Wow.
It rains a lot. It does.
And your farm, for what you're doing right now, you've got a 250 acre farm, is that correct?
Yes, sir, about 250, yeah.
And how much of that are you going to be able to graze?
About 150.
Okay. So what really got you interested in livestock? Is it because you were kind of raised around it with your grandfather, or what?
Yeah, I was always around it, but what really had me curious about grass-fed stuff, and it was the healthy eating, because I lost my mother in 2013. She died from colon cancer, and then before then, my grandfather passed away in 2005. And he actually had a heart attack at the wheel, but he had stents in his stents and balloons and stuff for blockages.
Yep.
And what really got me curious was about the healthy eating and and fresh fruits and veggies and healthy eating, because I looked at a lot of my family members and realized a lot of this stuff was diet related.
Yep.
So, and me coming from athletic background, playing tennis and stuff, that really kind of opened my eyes to see how all of this stuff works together.
Yes.
So that's what I want my channel to be about. How can I bridge the gap between the grass-fed proteins and meats and the fresh fruits and veggies, and incorporate it all to how can we be healthy and be better. Yeah.
I think that's a lot of what are drawing people to regenerative agriculture is health.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Health is everything.
Yep. And if you think about it, Monte, what we put in our body it's like it is our temple.
Oh, absolutely.
Junk in, junk out, right?
Absolutely. You are what you eat. It's very real. And I just want to make people aware of that. Yeah. Especially especially in the black community, because it's like 80% of black women are overweight. It's like, wow, we can do so much better if we get educated, and that's what I want my channel to be about. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Take better care of yourself.
That's
just
right.
do the best you can.
Yeah.
And live a good life. You don't want to be like 50, 60 and like decrepit. Like, no.
You can't do anything.
No.
You know, Monte, they talk about those golden years in your 70s.
Yes.
Well, if you get overweight and you're not eating right, they're not nothing.
It's not golden.
It's not golden, is it?
No, it's not.
So I think eating is everything, and you talked about junk in, junk out. It's the same way on our animals.
Yeah.
So if you eat an animal that's eating junk, and I read these articles, people, we fed these animals jelly beans.
Yeah.
We go get jelly beans and waste candy. I'm like, you're feeding your animals jelly beans?
Yeah.
What the heck? You know?
I know, yeah.
And right behind you here, all this grass. This is actually a yard, but this is one of our pastures.
Yes,
so
nice. Yeah.
I think that's why it looks so nice, is the cattle come in here and they poop and stomp and pee on this. The only time it looks this good mowed is for the grazing school. But now, Steve and Cindy, they're mowing it more often than we used to, but this was one of our pastures, so I think there's a lot to it. Healthy animals, healthy food.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
agree.
what do you like the most about you just got into some cattle, you bought some Southpaw.
I did.
Do you
yeah.
like them?
I love those South Poles, yeah. And I could tell the difference between them and the ones that I already have. They're so much more docile, like you said, and just yeah, so much more even tempered and gentle. It's like, wow, yeah, this is what it should be about. Yeah.
Well, you know, down where you're at, Monte, in Louisiana, you get heat and humidity.
Yeah.
And I noticed on those cows that you showed me a picture a while ago.
Yeah.
Boy, they're all pretty slick.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look like you put armor put armor all on them.
I know. Yeah.
Had them all slicked off.
Uh-huh.
So what's the advantage of having a slicked off animal like that when it gets hot?
Well, one, they should have less flies.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And
They're gonna stay cooler.
oh yeah, definitely stay cooler.
Yep.
And that's about all I can remember. Right
Yeah.
now.
Well, you know, Teddy Gentry, the founder of South Pole, he's from Alabama,
Right,
and
right.
what he started noticing was the cows that slicked off the soonest in the springtime, their calves would weigh 50 pounds more in the fall.
Okay. Yeah.
So hair coat's big down where you're at,
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
and so you don't want a hairy cow.
No. No, not in the heat and the humidity.
No.
Absolutely not.
No, that's right. So what's your goals for your farm? I mean, would you ideally, right now you have a job and you own a
Yeah.
business.
Right. Right.
What is your business?
Right now I have a business in Texas where we have group homes for special needs individuals, and so that's what I do right now.
Okay. Well, you know, I read there's a lot of people on, you know, the autistic.
Yes. Yes.
I think some of that's tied back to diet.
Yes.
I mean, there's some proof to that. You know, if you eat better food, maybe we can knock back on that some too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
maybe you can start feeding some of your meat.
Hey, that is the plan. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your personal goals for your own farm, though, you'd like to build it up. Right now, you're just getting started.
Yes.
And so you got to get your water and your fence, and you maybe set some goals for where you want to go, and maybe someday you'll be able to do this full time.
I would love that. That is my ultimate goal, to be able to do this full time. I love being out in nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love for this to be my office. Yeah. Yeah.
There's something to be said about when you wake up in the morning and you love what you do.
Yes. Yeah.
There's no pain there.
No, you just get up and gone.
Yeah.
Running to get outside.
Yeah, and you got a lot of energy because you like what you're doing.
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Somebody
even,
asked,
even on the hard days. Yeah.
even on the hard day, they say that the worst job on the farm is still better than the best day in town.
Yes, I agree with that 110%.
Yeah, yeah. I had a town job for many years, and I agree with that. It's just you don't have the stress,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
being out in nature is pretty cool. So, well, Monte, I sure appreciate you hanging around and doing this YouTube video with me. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
Well, thank you. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
I think you were very vocal in the class, lots of great questions, and so we're just tickled you came down. All right, folks. Thank you, Monte, and we'll see you all down the road. Hit that subscribe button on the way out, and we'll see you next time.